Hi everybody, it's Crystal here for Talk to Me Tuesday. It's been 2 months again since my last video. I don't know, it's just not the year for me, I guess, so I don't know. Eventually I'll try to start doing them more often. Quilt blocks to show you, of course, True North Bee blocks. These ones are from May. I have not mailed them yet, which is terrible because June is almost over and they've been ready for over a month. But I kept telling myself I'm gonna make a video tomorrow, and so I didn't want to send them until I made the video, and yeah. Anyway, those will go off soon to their recipient. I have blocks for June that I haven't made yet, or I'd show you those, but I'm recording this on a Friday right now, so hopefully maybe by Tuesday I'll have had a chance to make those 2 other blocks, and then I can just cut in a little piece. Anyway, this is something that I have been working on off and on-ish. All the components for these blocks are ready. I just have to actually finish them. I think there's 11 or 13 maybe of these blocks, and then it's from a quilt along called the Bad Girl Quilt Along by Southern Charm Quilts, and it's basically, well, I'm doing a variation. You're supposed to have which way do I have this? All of the corners are supposed to be going out, but I wanted to make mine, well, I'll show you when I have more blocks. Maybe I should say it that way. This is one of the blocks, and then the alternate one is going to be a 4-patch that has a 1/4 Dresden plate on it. And so then on the ones that have this corner, they'll have the 1/4 Dresden plate joining between this block and the next block. And then instead of, is this going to work out? Actually, that's between these ones. These ones will have the 1/4 Dresden plates, and then these ones will make a line going in the alternate direction. So the Dresdens will go this way, and then there'll be a line going that way. This is my next thing to work on once I'm done my bee blocks, so hopefully you'll see some more of these soon. I have, of course, finished a few things in the 2 months that I've been away. There's a little zipper pouch that I never remembered to take pictures of. I don't think. Maybe it's on Instagram. I'll cut it in if I remember. I actually made 2 of them, so if I remember I could go find the second one and show you what that looks like. And then I finished this quilt, which was my... which month was it? So 2 months ago was April, and I think this was my March project for the All People quilt along. And at that point I was bitching about how much I dislike this border, which if you look at it up closely is like a little cat print. What I don't like about it specifically is how sketchy looking those cats are. Like they're not very well drawn, I guess. But I'd like it better now that it's all finished. I do think it helps having the binding in the same dark color as the background. Like, it just kind of helps tie everything together, I guess. So, yeah, there's that one. Gotta find something to do with it. I don't know if you'll be able to see because I washed this before showing it to you, but you can see a little bit on the back, maybe, where I've quilted some parts of it in the same kind of burgundy color as the front. So those bits show up quite a bit, and then there's all the parts that don't look like they have any quilting actually have gray quilting, so they don't stand out a ton on the back, but you might be able to see them a little better in the border. I did a sort of like climbing leaf pattern in there, and I did something called swirl hooks down in here. Is any of this going to be visible? Probably not. I feel like I haven't made a video in so long that I don't remember how to make one. So there's kind of like a loopy L shape in here. And what else did I do? I did the swirl hook in 4 corners here, and then in these ones I did like a back and forth. I can't think what that's called, like a lazy 8 maybe. And in the background all around here is just kind of a smallish stipple, like maybe a 1/2 inch stipple, like 1/2 inch spacing. I don't know, I think it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's gonna go to charity at some point. So that one was my, this is terrible. So I've done 3 months, so I must be done January, February, March, and then April I have basted and ready to go. And then, no, that's not April. April is a Christmas quilt, and then May is basted and ready to go. And June needs a lot of work, so I haven't started on it. But I'm hoping to get the one that's basted done very soon as well. But I started and finished a whole other project instead, which is, oh, I've got this sideways, this little baby quilt, which I did for an old friend of mine. She asked me to make one for her for somebody she knows. She's going to give it to somebody for their baby shower or whatever, I guess, which is tomorrow, which is why I'm recording this on a Friday. And also because Tuesdays really haven't been working for me, but it's just a pretty simple patchwork. I made it using a charm square pack, so there's 36, like 6 by 6, so 36 in the middle, and then 4 up in the corners. So I had 2 spare squares left over, and then just a tiny bit of yardage for the border. And I used this same print for the back, which is pretty busy actually for a back, but I figure it's for a baby quilt, so I guess that's okay. And then I actually machine bound it for the first time, and I did that kind that has the little flanged binding. I'm still not wild about it, the way it looks on the back where you can see your line of stitching, and that's why I've never been into machine binding, but I'm doing it for somebody else, and it takes a lot of time to hand bind, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it by machine anyway. So yeah, I wish I could show you the quilting on this one, but it really doesn't show up very well. I used a kind of beige colored thread, and it actually hides quite well. I typically use white for just about everything, but I thought the white might be a little bit too stark, so I used beige instead, and I'm not sure if it really made a difference, but either way it blends in fairly well. Anyway, this is going to go to its new home tomorrow, so yeah, first and last view made in all the time that I've been away. And I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else I could share with you. So, yeah, take care everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's kind of been a rough year for some of us, and I just hope it improves. I guess that's all I can really say on that front. Take care.